Greetings, ladies and gents, and I hope you're all doing well today and not going too crazy being locked indoors. So, my web ticket, has it been answered? We shall simply say no. Looks like we're doing something else today. So with my web ticket still being outstanding, and that hampering our gold-making efforts, I thought we'd take this time to explore a question that's been playing on my mind since changing to the Worldvein essence. I've asked friends about this, I've looked on various different guides, and so on and so forth, and I have not been able to find the answer. Now I have turned to the dark side, to the wise old warlocks of the Black Harvest Discord. And also this, if any of you are out there and you recently started to play Warlock and you're getting into it and you want to get better, 100% this is the place to go. Go check it out. Link will be in the comments and so on and so forth in the description. Now the wise old warlocks there were telling me you must use the Worldvein before the Tyrant, for the Tyrant is stupid. Others I've spoken to and other guides I've seen have said no, use it after. Literally pop Tyrant, then pop Worldvein, then go about your business. But this doesn't matter, of course. Snapshotting is not a thing. That is a thing of the past, Grim. I don't know what snapshotting is, then I shall give you a rough guide. I would say it's worth watching the video down in the comments by Preach, who goes through in far more detail than me what snapshotting actually is and how it affects the game at large during the lag issues that we've been having so much recently. But back to snapshotting. So you have a base intelligence of less than 1, it would appear. You have a base intelligence of 100. You take a pot, that adds 200. Then you pop, say, a trinket, and that adds another 10. So we have 310 int. When you pop your Tyrant, it would take a look at that, and that would be what carried through the rest of the life of your Tyrant. Didn't matter if anything changed. At that moment when it was cast, it takes a picture, and that's what it is throughout the rest of its existence. As you can imagine, good players could do the dirtiest tricks with snapshotting. Thank God back in the day, Tyrant did not exist. Because, yeah, we would have seen some obscene Tyrants coming out had snapshotting still been a thing. Now, instead, the game is constantly looking at the numbers, constantly re-rolling the dice. So that you put, if your pot dropped off, well, it would calculate that. Okay, you have slightly less intelligence now, that's fine. The next ability it's going to use is going to factor that in. And it would redo the maths constantly. It would update its calculations. Well, sort of. So I sat in front of the target dummy, and 30 times I popped Tyrant. 10 times I did it without anything. So what I would do is I would cast Shadow Bolt. Then I would pop Tyrant, just so the Tyrant, as soon as he came out, would start hitting. And then I would let him do his thing, let it drop off, and then record the results. So as I say, 10 times I did this without any Worldvein at all. So just the Tyrant, and that was it. Then I did another 10 times, and I would do Worldvein after the Tyrant. Then, and you'll never guess what I did now, I did it another 10 times, and I did it with the Worldvein before the Tyrant. Crazy. Now, I will say, spoiler alert, the Black Harvest, as per normal, were correct. But you should always check these things. I will say this now, one of the biggest things. If you have a question like this and you wonder how something should be done, of course, ask. That's why the community is there. Ask. But you should also figure these things out for yourself. And one of the classic ones you'll always see people who are new is, what stats should I have? As if there should be this magic number. There's a magic set of stats that as soon as they've got that, everything in the world is perfect. But weights shift constantly. Especially with WoW, all these different things that we've got mounting up. And as you've got more of something, the weights shift and change. The simple answer is, keep simming, baby. That's it. But once again, I'm getting distracted. Back to our Tyrant. Now, rather than being a fluid, constant calculation, it appears more like a set of rapid snapshots. It's very quickly taking these pictures and calculating what damage should be done based upon that. So when the Tyrant is popped, because it's doing these rapid snapshots, it's snapping as soon as the ability has been cast, and it's saying, okay, you don't have Worldvein. The Tyrant pops out, casts his first bolt, and of course, the instant at that moment he did not have the Worldvein. Straight away after you cast Worldvein, but you've already missed out. Now, whether you want to say it's just Blizzard's engine not really being up for not snapshotting, or whether it's our Tyrant is just stupid, who knows? But you want some numbers? Okay, let's talk numbers. And these are the averages after I've gone through everything. If you are interested in the details, I'll put them down below. I'll put a link to the spreadsheet so you can actually go through them yourselves and look at the maths. With nothing, with no Worldvein cast before the Tyrant, we hit 133,230 as our average damage. And we don't really care about this number, whether it's high, low, whatever. We just care about the number because that is the benchmark for our Tyrant. Now, we're going to use Worldvein after the Tyrant has been popped. And we get an increase, as we of course would expect. And it goes up to 160,490 damage. As you can see, of course, big jump. We expect that. That's over 20% increase. But what about using Worldvein before the Tyrant? How well does that stack up with the Worldvein being used after Tyrant? And as you can see, it's already another 8.81% increase, almost 9% more of an increase, just because those few bolts that went flying had that little extra buff. It just shows all those bolts soon add up. Now, if you're like me and you like every easy advantage that you could possibly get, I have got a macro that I use, which basically pops my Worldvein and then pops my Tyrant out for me. Link is down below. It's a really simple one. There's probably better ones out there, but it's one that I use, and it's one that hasn't gone wrong for me as yet. Now, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Before Shadowlands will come an answer to my mail issue, and that can soon be resolved. As for me, I am out of here. Again, links to the Preach video, the Black Harvest Discord, and a copy of the macro is all in the description. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.